Let's dive into this. So, as y'all might recall, there's some gimme coin right here. But yeah, as y'all might recall, last time we finished off the last two gyms in the Pokemon League. We did have a couple of sad events. We lost Chan to a random trainer whose Pokemon had counter, and we lost Shimmer in the 8th gym battle to a surprise earthquake that I probably should have seen coming. And the day before, we lost 3 of our Pokemon. So we do actually need to be quite careful with our Pokemon, even more so than previously at this point. Because if you notice, we're running short on Pokemon that are on new encounters. Because we've still got North Province Area 1 and North Province Area 2 to go. And we've got Casseroya Lake and this area right here, Soccerat Trail. And finally, North Paldean Sea. Other than that, I don't know if we have any more. There's a chance that this area right here will have its own name. Of course I have no faith in you, Sib. Welcome to the stream. I'm guessing you've got stuff open in multiple tabs, because otherwise it would make a lot more sense for you to be in Mios. Hey Rafkin, welcome to the stream. But yeah, there's a chance that this area might be a separate area. And I did some looking. You got multiple monitors up, fair enough. I did some looking earlier from down here in the East Sea. And this is all land, so I think there's a chance that we'll be able to access it once we get through North Provinces 1, 2. So there's a chance that this will be another encounter area, but still. I think we can count on one hand the number of encounters that were... Actually, just a little bit more than one hand for the number of remaining encounters we've got in this run. And I don't anticipate them being the easiest. Especially, so our next destination is the Ferry Crew base up here in North Province Area 3. And I'm going to double check the level cap because... Hold up, I may have... I just realized I never updated my stream category. Okay, now I've updated the title and category. Oh... Maybe I should have waited a little bit longer to double check everything. But yeah, our current level cap for the Team Star Ferry Crew is going to be 51. And our Pokemon available for it are a bit limited. Our Pokemon that are a good matchup. But now we still have a couple. We've got 2 fire types which resist fairy moves. 2 steel types which are good into fairies. So we've got a few Pokemon that are functional here. It'll just be a matter of actually managing to clear it. And then the fighting type crew will be after that, and I think the level cap on them is 55. And once again, we've got a few options, but not necessarily all the best. Tallgoat and Tweety are both good matchups into fighting types, as are Chomsky and Bubbles and Tink. So that one we're a bit better set up for. Now we'd be in a really good place against the fairy type crew had we not lost Shimmer last time. Or Derper the time before. That said, first things first this time around, we have a goal to get one of our next encounters, and this is one of the only opportunities that we'll have left for this encounter. And I can't remember which end of the Pokédex it's at. Because since we lost Chan last time, we could really use another fighting type. And also, as this run has progressed, we've had increasing issues against ground types, and that's something that's a little worrying for me. So I want to solve both of those issues in a single swoop. By trying to track down a Flamigo, which is possible here in North Province Area 1 if we make our way up to that space that you can see in the top right. So let's put a waypoint somewhere up here. And I do want to double check what kind of levels we're dealing with here, because I can't quite remember. So you. You are level 50. Oh. Real quick. Let's not lose a Pokemon to a random wild Pokemon. Now the nice thing is we do have Bubbles, and Bubbles is a really strong matchup into Flamigo. So there's at least a decent chance that we should be fairly safe. That said, we're probably going to try and battle a few Pokemon on the way there to get some XP. There's one other important thing that we need to be doing today, and that is emphasizing use of these bitter medicines when we have to heal our Pokemon. So let's see real quick. Yeah, it looks like it's just a straight shot through a valley. We might make our way up this hill and use the gliding function to get back down. Regardless of what we do need to be careful not to get any fresh encounters so that we can get the encounter we're going for. Okay, so there's a tower. That landmass, that's what I was talking about earlier. So I'm not sure if we'll actually be able to get up onto it or not. Unfortunately, as always, stuff is spawning in kind of late. I'd say the low kicks, that bug and dark type that we've seen, like right there, is probably the big thing to be careful about. Oh. Oh, I do love some of the glitches that we encounter. Oh my gosh. Okay. Give me a sec. I think I actually have to beat this thing or we're just stuck. Tiny, you're up. Yeah, so unfortunately, the reason we need to use a lot of bitter items to restore health and such is because apparently in this game they decided that it would be a good idea to merge the friendship and affection mechanics. And as I mentioned last time around, affection is just a terrible mechanic as a whole. It's something that never should have been created, and I'm genuinely sick of them adding it to every recent Pokemon game because it makes the games less satisfying and fun. But with that said, if we can manage to lower the friendship on our Pokemon by emphasizing the use of energy roots and heal powders and such for battling them, then we can deal with that issue by hopefully getting our Pokemon out of the range where their affection has an impact in battle. Because for those who don't know, the affection mechanic, which was introduced back in Pokemon Sun and Moon, if I recall correctly, has some pretty broken effects. It can allow Pokemon to survive hits that would otherwise finish them off. It can allow them to dodge otherwise fully accurate moves. And even heal themselves of status conditions. And you may be thinking those all sound like good things. Well, yes, they are. But they're also purely luck-based as opposed to skill-based, and in a run where you can honestly... in a run where you genuinely feel like you can win something on skill, it's extremely unsatisfying to win the run on luck. Like, I fully believe that I can beat the rest of this game purely on skill, even though I know nothing about the Elite Four, except what they look like, because I'm pretty sure I've met at least, like, 3 of them. Actually, you know what, we'll put Finny back up front. And, oh my gosh, it happened again. The run has been genuinely challenging so far. Like, despite all of that, I am confident that I can win this run. Oh my gosh, where is it? Bubbles, where are you? Are you down on the ground? I can't even see Bubbles. I am battling the Gimme Ghoul. So yeah, I would prefer to win this run on skill as opposed to getting lucky with broken affection mechanics. Now the question is, where can I catch me a Flamigo? So let's see. I am right here. And that is pretty much a sheer drop off that cliff there. There is an island over here that I could hypothetically go to. But I want to make sure I'm in the right place beforehand. Oh, wait. There was a Flamigo on my map for a second there, so I am in the right area. Oh my gosh, it's a Clodsire. I miss Derper. I loved him so much. He was such a derp. Also, there are a lot of Dratini here. And that's a Lucario just standing there in the middle of a pack of Riolu. Ah, there's one. Okay, hold up. Bump Bubbles to the front of the party. Here we go. Let's take a shot. Okay, it's level 48. As always, we're going to open with just a regular quick ball. And I do have some backups, because I have 2 ghost types in the party. And none of it matters because we caught Flamigo. Guys, let's go. We've got a fighting type again. This Pokemon apparently ties the base of its neck into a knot so that the energy stored in its belly does not escape from its beak. Hang on, so this Pokemon is literally strangling itself with its own net. That is insane, and it is the synchronized Pokemon. Noose. Let's see Noose's summary and see if I've been corrected at having the huge power ability. Scrappy. Oh my gosh, I'm lucky it didn't actually attack me. I guess it didn't have any fighting type moves on it at the moment, but can hit ghost type Pokemon with normal and fighting moves and is unaffected by Intimidate. They just tack and Intimidate immunity onto most things nowadays. I swear half of abilities are just, oh, and it can also ignore Intimidate. Okay. For the moment, I think we're going to put Frosty in the box. Actually, real quick. Okay, first things first. Noose. What moves can you learn, can you know at this point? Okay, so first off, Roost is actually a fantastic move. We'll drop Wide Guard since we probably don't have any more double battles in this game. I'll keep Throat Chop around even though I have an option for hitting ghost types because I've got Scrappy. Let's go ahead and replace Air Slash with Wing Attack. Oh, hang on. I didn't mean to back out there. And actually, you know what? I'm not going to keep Throat Chop around because I think I want both Low Kick and Double Kick at the moment. And it's Terra Fighting. I don't think I've got enough Terra Shards from my kind of extensive grinding to replace that with Terra Flying, but we can check. Now let's look at TM options. Acrobatics, yo, wait a second, that would actually, yeah, I'm doing it, there's no question here. It's such a good move. At the cost of not using, okay, and we've got Low Sweep, that would do more fighting type damage. U-turn, bulk up. Okay, we'll drop Double Kick for Low Sweep. We may or may not teach it Bulk Up. I'm not sure yet. Oh, I did pick up the TM for Reversal while ducking into an area that I wasn't technically quite supposed to be in yet. But it's fine, don't worry about it. Don't question it, just accept it. See, the thing is, this thing isn't as bulky as Chan, so I'm kind of hesitant to try and use setup strats like bulk up. Like, if I'm about to take a physical move, then it's not a bad idea since I can use bulk up along with Flamigo's good speed to take a hit before countering, but actually get some decent coverage. You know what, as much as I like the idea of U-turn or bulk up, I'm going to leave those off for now. Let's see if we've got any mints that are good for it. If not, then I'll probably go ahead and go buy a mint. Plus defense, minus special defense, minus attack, minus defense, minus defense. Yeah, I don't really like the idea of any of those. I'll either be getting jolly or timid, or jolly or adamant. Well, regardless. This is a... Okay. Let's do the thing that I know I'm going to do for now. I'm kind of curious if this thing has, like, what other abilities it has, and how to change abilities. Oh, hold up. Now, the place with the mints is up here, isn't it? We've got a lot of fast Pokemon. I'm kind of tempted to go for Adamant. I mean, I've got plenty of money, so, like, I can go ahead and buy one of each. There's not really an issue with that. Money is the one thing that I don't really think we have to be very careful with. So you know what? For now, I think I'll go with Timid. Oh, by the way, yes, I have done a good bit of grinding for various Terra Shards. I still only have enough for a couple of types. I've got enough for Ice. I've got enough for almost Psychic. That's about it. I'll probably continue that grind between streams. I won't make y'all sit through any of that just because it's incredibly tedious. You know what, for the moment, we're going to use Jolly because being able to outspeed the opponent means we can get a good hit off early. Let's see what that's done to Noose's attack now. Now it's up at 120. That's much better. And its speed hasn't changed because it already had a plus speed nature. So now, our goal is to take on the Team Star Fairy Crew. Which means we're going to want to do some grinding to get up to the level cap. And I don't think we have the reward for North Province Area 3. Except, now that I think about it, North Province Area 3 will have a higher level cap than what we're current. Well, it'll have high level trainers. I think it would actually be better if we went to an area, to a different area that we haven't gotten our reward for. I love how every other gym is associated. Okay, so we've got the reward for Glaciato Mountain. I love how every other gym is associated with a town, and then there's just a gym for Glaciato Mountain as a whole, even though there is a town on Glaciato with a gym. Let's see now. Oh, I'm pretty certain we haven't gotten... Actually, have we gotten the reward for Delizapa? I know there are a couple that we're missing. I just can't remember where they are, and I probably should have been writing them down. Okay, we got a reward. Hang on, I didn't even see what berry that was. Oh, but I just got an expert belt. So real quick, let's see the berries. I think it might have been a Chillin or Chillan. So this is one nice thing about that northeast area. We now have access to a place where we can pick up type resist berries, which can potentially save some of our Pokemon from some pretty rough situations. Yeah, I'm just gonna dump some stats into Flamigo real quick. Anyway, did we just get... We did just get an expert belt. That's pretty good, and you know what? I'm actually going to go ahead... do I want that on Chomsky or Bubbles? You know what? I'll give it to Bubbles. Bubbles has reliable recovery, so Shell Bell isn't as important. Expert Belt gives a boost to super effective hits, so as long as we're hitting super effectively, we're doing extra damage. Needless to say, it's useful. Okay, so we got the reward from him. Let's check a couple other locations. So I know while I was bouncing around this week looking at different places. Okay, so this guy is for... I'm guessing West Province Area 3. Let's check West Province Area 2. That's another yes. I know I've gotten the Asado Desert one. And West Province Area 1. South Province Area 6. That's what I'm thinking of. I know that this place we haven't really done any battles. Not even that we haven't done enough. I don't think we've done any. Okay, we've done 2. We need 5 more. So let's head into the cave because I'm pretty sure this qualifies. I battled you. I have not. Oh, hang on, that's what I wanted to do. Hello. Yeah, it's kind of strange that you're worried about the weather given, you know, you're underground. Would you look at that? A ground type right after we've finally picked up a Pokemon that's good against ground types. Like, we've had the ability to hit them super effectively before, but we've had no defensive counterplay. It's okay, we can deal with that. Maybe you'll bring Finny back in? No? Okay. It's not a big deal, though. Our next hit will be a finishing blow. Okay, that's a Lycanroc. It's probably going for Dark-type coverage here. There's a small chance that it knows Drill Run, but I think that's a move tutor only option in previous games. Oh my gosh. You're just gonna shuffle my team, aren't you? Okay, that works. I don't know which will... I don't know whether low kick or low sweep is going to be better here. I'm going to try low kick. Well, it worked pretty well. It is a rock type, but I don't actually know how heavy Lycanroc is. So yeah, I guess if you're going to be causing sandstorms, you might be concerned about the weather, but since you are causing the weather, I don't know that you can really take issue with it. What about you? Okay, this is a bit of a problem because as we learned last time, this thing has counter. So if we don't use special moves here, then we're kinda sunk. Over the fact that it went for Heavy Slam means it might not have ground coverage. There's at least a chance. I'm gonna go ahead and swap in Bubbles. Okay, so that's 3 of its moves. The only remaining question... I probably should have Terrastellized there to get rid of my ground type weakness. Okay. Well, we can finish it here. Okay, so that's 4 battles in this area. What about you? Jeez, your Pokemon isn't even fully evolved. That's actually pretty surprising for this area. For this point of the game. I'll go for Tink. I don't think it's a fairy type yet, but still, Flash Cannon should do a good bit. Yeah, it's not a fairy type yet. It's still pure psychic. Look at Tink's massive hammer, though. Like, it was funny. I was doing some grinding in raid dens. Between streams, and Tink's hammer regularly covered up all of the opposing Pokemon with the camera angle. So see, with some of our more recent Pokemon, I'm not as worried about going ahead and using regular items to heal them up, but with any Pokemon that we've had for a long time, I want to try and focus on sticking with Oh, that's the evolved form of Relor. Oh, that is such a cool design. I actually love that. Anyway, we're gonna flip turn out of this. I'm going to Tiny, because I want a nice slow Volt switch in. Oh, well, that plans out. I was hoping to get some extra XP on Noose. I kinda don't necessarily want to stick around in this cave for ages, because Frankly, I've been in here longer than I would prefer in this playthrough. Oh, I miss Shimmer too. Shimmer is half the reason I'm thinking my first monotype run in this might be Rock. Though, I do need to figure out if that's even realistic considering the grass type gym is so early in the process. Yeah, a fighting type trainer would have some trouble at that gym. So I want to check something real quick. So Finny just switched out. Okay, so yeah. I was thinking maybe the reason it was calling out Tiny as the reliable partner or something was that I was switching out from Finny, but no. So that means Tiny is probably on pretty high affection as well. Which, yeah, that's a bit of a problem. Tiny wants to learn Zap Cannon? No, I'm not teaching you a 50% accurate move. That's a terrible idea, Tiny. Why would you want that? I mean, fair is fair. It makes a lot of sense with your design. But it's still a terrible move. So yeah, I'm guessing Chomsky probably has some sort of tagline if I switch him into... Wait a second. I'm so confused. Where did I get that? Okay, apparently Tiny is just listed as Tiny. Okay, now it's gone. I have no idea where I got that ribbon. Anyway, maybe it doesn't have anything to do with high affection. Hello, Alan the student. Veluza. Well, you're kind of a Veluza for using that Pokemon, but... I'll let it slide just this once. Now, this thing is actually pretty dangerous. Water and Psychic are both pretty good into our current team. Luckily, you know what, I'll go to Tink. Tiny could take it, but let's try and spread out the experience. Get some more XP on Tink. Fillet away. Oh, it's... Oh my. It's Shell Smash mixed with Bellytron. Okay, but it went for a not very effective move. So it just sacrificed half its health for doubling its attack, special attack, and speed. That's insane. That's so strong. I never actually take the time to look at Finny's stats. Look at that attack stat. 178. Insane. Okay, luckily we're already in with a Pokemon that can easily take care of a bear tick. I do love Gigaton Hammer. I have a feeling that Tinkaton will be really popular in double battles competitively. Just because the natural choice for stalling out the turn where you can't use Gigaton Hammer after you've used it once is to just hit Protect. And considering how much Protect spam there is in doubles already, I really don't know that there's much reason not to. I hope that at like level 50 or something, Noose will learn a really good fighting type move, because that's the one problem I've had with... I lost. This does nothing to help with my anxiety. That is a mood. But right now, Noose doesn't really have a strong, unique stab move, and it's pretty clear in this game that they tried to give everything kind of a signature move. So I'm waiting for Noose to get... I haven't actually checked. I think... Yeah, I'm pretty sure Noose is a male. I'm waiting for Noose to get his signature move. Oh, would you look at that? It's a Halucha. Yeah, I don't really feel like fighting a Terra Halucha. That sounds like a good way to get a Pokemon killed, in my opinion. Especially since I won't know what type it is. West Province Area 1 might be an area that I haven't done enough battles in as well. Yeah, let's head up this slope. Oh my gosh, this guy has a pizza delivery out here. I'm sorry, Ahmed. All right. Okay. Let's fly back to Alfornada. Because I'm pretty sure we can pick up our reward. And then we'll do a couple more quick warps across the land, figuring out Flare Blitz. If I had a physical fire type, I would be ecstatic for that. I have a mixed fire type, but I'd prefer not to stick a bunch of recoil onto Acha-Cha. Real quick. Let's drop a quick energy powder on you. Wonder when I'll get access to leftovers. Maybe I already have access to it and I just don't know where to get it. Okay, West Province Area 1. Trouble is, I can't quite remember where the person who gives a reward in West Province Area 1 is. I just know that there are a lot of trainers that I haven't battled here. Is it up here? If so, I think I might have already done it. Okay, yes, I have taken care of West Province Area 1. South Area 6, South Area 4, I know I've done that. Fairly certain I've done South Area 2, but it wouldn't hurt to check. Yeah, let's check out South Area 2. I just want to be thorough because the items that these guys give actually tend to be pretty useful. Like one of them gave a TM for Earthquake, for crying out loud. It doesn't get much better than that. South Area 1, South Area 5. I've done South Area 5, right? I know I've done the rest of South. But I do want to double check South Area 5. Must be down by the Pokemon Center. Okay, yes, I've done this area. Let's check East Province Area 1. Okay, that's that checked. And what about Area 2? We're just doing we're just doing a general sweep of the area to make sure I haven't missed anything important. Because fair is fair. This map is big. That was part of what they set out to do, I think, and they did it. They did successfully make a big map. Sapapico. And I'm really hoping that we don't have what happened to me earlier this morning. Happen again, because there were a couple of times when I got completely stalled out in a loading screen, and like I was sitting on loading for like a few minutes. Grab some gimme coin while we're here. Oh my gosh. It's struggling so hard to load right now. I don't even recall if there is a person here to give a reward for battles in Tag Tree. Now on this bridge, there have been multiple occasions where Pokemon have spawned on top of it, as in Pokemon from the river below. Let's see, what's in this? You know what, we'll shake things up for a moment, do a quick Terra battle. So I might at some point want to change the Terra type on Sneezy. Luckily Frosty does pretty good damage, even into these 4-star Pterodens, which are actually pretty bulky. I have to say, one of my biggest gripes about this game so far is how glitchy these Pterodens are. We can't terrestrialize quite yet. Frosty is probably going to get knocked out once before we can actually manage. So we have the opportunity to terrestrialize, but since we can't take more than 1 or 2 more hits, there's no point. We're just going to take the hit to our time that comes from getting knocked out. So it eliminates a big chunk of... Oh, that was actually really lucky. Tried to use Sing, but we were knocked out. But yeah, it takes a big chunk out of the timer when your Pokemon gets knocked out, and also none of the other Pokemon seem to actually keep doing anything. I'm sure they would if I was playing with other people in the raid, but as it is, it's just kind of annoying. Especially since, legitimately, I have seen Pokemon attack after hitting 0 hit points. I've also seen Pokemon... I've also seen the Terra Pokemon regain hit points after it's taken a big hit. Like, I have seen a Terra Pokemon go down to 0, and then the next moment it has hit points again. It's just... Considering the fact that I'm pretty sure, like, 90% of development went into building these Terra raid battles, I feel like they could have programmed it better. I feel like I could have possibly programmed it better. Anyway, I'm just griping right now. Question is, do we want one more encounter? You know what, we probably won't worry about the next encounter. We'll head up here to North Province area. Actually, we'll head to North Province Area 1 to do some auto battling for levels. And you know what, with most of our party, we'll just break out the EXP candies, because again, I have a lot of these from Terra raids. think, yeah. Okay, we had the wiggle room for 2. I'm just being careful. I don't want anyone over-leveling here, especially not any of the Pokemon I've got that are actually good into these raids. Okay, so we've got those guys up to level. And I'm actually going to go ahead and add Acha-Cha, because I figure any minimal damage I take, I can use as an excuse to swap out any minimal damage Acha-Cha takes, I can use as an excuse to give it some bitter medicine to start bringing down that affection. Because again, the affection is just annoying. Yeah, I'll give Tweety Shell Bell. Surprisingly, Tweety is ridiculously good into a lot of raid dens. Literally just because she has the ability to... She has her signature move, which does really good damage into... I'm trying to speak, I swear. Her signature move sharply cuts a Pokemon's special defense, and special defense isn't as easy to reset as some other things. Like, if my Pokemon boosts, that tends to get reset pretty much immediately. But if the raid Pokemon's stats get cut, in my experience, it's a lot less likely to reset quickly. Because they have a thing they do where they shut down the opposing Pokemon's abilities and stat changes. And it's honestly really annoying because it means that you can't boost your way through them, which, considering how massive their health pool is, tends to be kind of a natural strategy. Oh. Yeah, let's run. Excuse me, but, could you not? You know what? I'm going to just play this smart. Let's just throw a Pokédoll. I'm not here to actually do battles. I'm here to auto-battle and take a bunch of unnecessary damage. Okay, well, I guess we're in the North Paldean Sea now. I was thinking about coming here to get my encounter from the North Paldean, because I haven't gotten North Paldean Sea encounter yet, but truth be told, I didn't think I need it, since I'm pretty sure the only encounters I can... I suppose there are two. There's that psychic fish with the fillet attack. I could go for that. But yeah, I'm pretty sure the only encounters I can get up here in the North Sea are literally Bombardier, that dark flying bird that was the flying type Titan, and that psychic fish. And I've been kind of shying away from the psychic fish just because I've got 2 psychic types already. I don't want to overemphasize it. Gyarados. Okay, well now we're back in North Province Area 1. Oh, hang on. We'll restore health real quick. No, not the Pokédex. I need the map. I keep hitting the wrong buttons. And... oh, for a second there I thought that was something standing on 2 legs, but no, that's a Dragalge next to a Scarlet. It's like, that is not the normal body type for an for a Pokemon that's just in the middle of the ocean. So... oh yeah, this guy. Well, I'm definitely not about to do trainer battles in this area. They're going to be too strong. I do need to look up where I go to actually buy those bitter herbs. I don't want to actually battle you. Okay, fine, I will, but like... only because it's going to be easy. So yeah, let's do some exploring here in North Area 1. It'll give us some time to grab some useful berries. Maybe the occasional TM. Sure, why not? Let's fight a Spoink and a Grumpig, hopefully. That is just an unsettlingly dark shadow in the middle of a fully illuminated space. Oh dang, you lost to a Sawsbuck? How? I know you weren't fighting the Halucha. Are we somehow in an area with stronger Pokemon? That's gotta be it. We must be in a part of North Area 1 that has like level 55 Pokemon or something. Because otherwise it doesn't make sense how much damage Achacha is taking in these fights. Ooh, it's a Bramblem. It's Bramblem's evolved form. Okay, that's a new one for the Pokédex. And Tweety wants to learn a move. I'm pretty sure it's Psychic though, so we probably won't bother with it. Yeah, it's just Psychic. Which is pretty unnecessary since Lumina Crash is so much better. I do want to... dang it, I wanted to see... what Tweety said about it. Looks like she can learn Drill Peck as well. That's kind of neat. Dang it. I'm trying to auto-battle you. I don't care to actually spend time fighting you. Oh, that's kind of bad, actually. See how well Frosty takes this. Yeah, I don't want to be in this random battle with a wild low kicks that's throwing out bounce attack. Even though we could heal Frosty with normal items since we haven't had her for that long. I'd rather heal her with I'd rather heal all of them with the bitter items if I can. Just to emphasize, just to keep the affection down initially rather than having to try and play catch up with it like I am now. Dragon Dance. Oh, that's good. That's a useful option. I'm starting to learn my way around dodging all of these Pokemon that I don't actually want to battle. Alright, if we stay fairly close to this pond, we should have plenty of Golducks to get us the rest of our XP. There we go. Doing a little dance around a Golduck. Why are you picking that Golduck to fight when there's one literally charging me? Okay, Cha-Cha is at level 51. Luckily, we've been able to do a lot to cut down her affection. Hopefully. Oh my gosh, what are you doing? Fight the Vaporeon. There you go. Let's keep working away at that affection. Eat all of the bitter herbs. Oh my gosh, I've just hit a massive lag spike. I wish I could have them auto-battle trainers. No, that would actually be really stupid. Oh. Ooh. Real quick, look at how close that was. I almost didn't notice that. I do think that Sneezy can probably learn Dragon Dance, though, which would be a really good option once she's evolved. I don't think it would be the smartest choice to have Sneezy using Dragon Dance now. Let's see how you do here. Okay, so you do all right. I don't suppose you can actually take on a Flamigo, can you? No. See, what I've found is, you probably saw that, Ooh, Chansey, hold up. You probably saw that Golduck run into me and kind of vanish because I was in my menu. So yeah, I've noticed that's how they react if they run into you while you're in the menu. They just disappear temporarily and then reappear when they walk out of you. But by making sure that you're paused when they actually bump into you... Ooh, that is... I don't think I've got Ursaring in my Pokédex yet. Hold up. Oh jeez, there were so many Pokemon clumped together there. Yeah, we're not gonna even bother trying to run. Because I know I'm not faster than this thing. And I really don't feel like losing Sneasy to a random wild Pokemon. Like there. We dodged that Hawlucha. Ah, and here's a Grumpig. And Sneasy beaten in DDD. Okay, so one of those in DDD was much lower level than the rest. Another Pokemon that's actually really good... Oh, that was the first time fighting a Hawlucha. Sneasy won that matchup? What is Sneasy even doing? I don't know. I thought that Sneasy would be losing all of those. But suddenly Sneasy's actually destroying, like, everything it runs into. I wish I could have Sneasy fight all of the Dratini, because I think that would actually be pretty good XP, and Sneasy would have an easy win there. Hang on, I just want to double check. Okay, got a couple thousand worth of wiggle room. Considering we're probably not going to be taking Noose into the fairy type raid, since why would we take a fighting type in to fight a bunch of fairy types? There's not really much worry if we overlevel Noose, but I'd still kinda like to try and avoid unnecessary losses if possible. Maybe you can win now? Hey, you won now. So there does seem to be a certain level of random chance involved. Because that's the same Altaria that Noose lost to a minute ago at the same level. gonna fly back over to this Pokemon Center. There were a bunch of Ghastly and Haunter that I think we would have an easier time against. Some Go-Goat as well. That should be pretty doable. Yeah. Got a nice strong advantage there. Go fight a Halucha. Win. Nope. Okay, go fight some Deerling and maybe a Sawsbuck, and hopefully win. No, it doesn't look like you'll wind up fighting the Sawsbuck. Okay, we're gonna bump Noose. How close are you to leveling up? Okay, still a good ways to go. Oop, that went poorly for you. I keep going to the wrong pocket to use the Pokédoll. Oh, you can't hear me? Oh, you can't hear me because you're... Hi, Emmy. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having fun with family. For a second there, I thought you were saying my mic wasn't working, and I got really worried because that's happened way too much. And I wouldn't have known how long it had been. But yeah, have fun. Love you too. Go beat up the Go-Goats. It's a Flareon. I don't know if I've got that in my Pokédex yet. One sec. Tall Goat, you should be able to handle a Flareon. Okay, maybe I did. Oh, this is a good matchup for Sneezy. Against a bunch of flying types. Let's see, if there are still places around here that I haven't been through yet. You can take these guys, can't you? I do need to watch Frosty's level somewhat carefully, because I do want to use Frosty in the raid. And that's back to Glaciato. That's a Noibat, and I know I don't have you in my Pokédex. I did? That's wild. I could have sworn that I didn't. Oh, but we got some Go-Goats. Oh, dang it. I got caught by one of the Halucha. How close are you? Yeah, I can afford to battle the Go-Goats real quick before. There we go. Go-Goats are probably the best source of XP for Sneezy right now. Huh. Come on, keep beating up the mud donkeys. I never seem to be up this way when it's daytime, and I think some of these might be day or night specific spawns, which makes things a little tricky. Go fight the Vivian. That should be a pretty easy battle. You know what? This isn't the most interesting thing in the world. And I feel like it's time to go ahead and go fight the next Team Star thing. So I'm just going to break out some... Oh, I just overleveled Sneezy. Not that big a deal since I was not going to use Sneezy in the fight anyway, but... You know what just occurred to me, though? I've done all of this leveling. I still have to beat the grunts outside before I actually start the Team Star raid. Okay, let's see. We're gonna build up a quick secondary team. Let's see, which of y'all have the most room? Okay, so Finny and Tiny both have plenty of space for if we need them in the battle. Okay, well, that was kind of foolish of me, but you know what? I think we'll still be fine. The grunts out in front of the base are rarely that difficult. I am actually going to check one more thing real quick. So it's 13, 17, 25. Okay. Bubbles, you are also going to be on the team for this because I don't feel like going in without any fairy type, going into the battle with the grunts at the gate without any fairy type resists. Wait, have I already? No, I haven't. Okay. For a second there, the gate wasn't loading in, and I was like, have I already beaten the grunts out front? Okay, everyone has decent held items. Let's go. I will return later when it is time for the young master's piano lesson. Until then, please give him my regards. Yes, Mr. Harrington? And who might you be, young man? A friend of the young master, perhaps? Young master? Ah, I see. Since you seem unaware, I must inform you that this is the base of Team Star's Fairy Crew. The Rukba squad, led by young Master Ortega. Rukba? The heck are the names of these squads, anyway? Mr. Harrington, I don't think we're supposed to be giving out that information. Don't worry, I knew that this was your militarized camp. No? Then please accept my apologies. Do you have any idea as to who this young man might be? He's no friend of ours, you know. I think he might be here to try and take us on. Understood. In that case, I take it you're an adversary of the young master? Yeah, I guess that follows. Yeah, let's go for it. Trainer Harrington. I'm surprised they gave him the Pokemon trainer tag instead of like the instead of coming up with like a piano teacher tag or a musician tag or something. I know there's actually a musician tag already, but okay, that gets him close enough to that done that we can chip the rest off with Ice Shard without taking a hit. I do actually quite like this music, though. This guy really likes his setup. And once again, we're close enough that Ice Shard can get the last chip of damage. Okay. None of our main team that we were planning to take into the raid over-leveled there. Just barely. So he's tutoring the boss or something. Hasta la Vistar. Oh my gosh. You know, if these guys had better outfits, I could almost take them seriously, since they do have literal military encampments all over the country. But as it is, it's really hard to take them seriously. Fairy Crew and the Rookba Squad. The Rookba Squad. Ortega is the mechanic of the team. Now, this is the first time that I am about to do something that I've been holding off on for a good while now. So, real quick though. Look. So, Bubbles still has a decent space before actually hitting the next level. But look at Tiny. 119 points off. With all that said, we are now going to do something that I haven't wanted to do previously, but I feel might actually be important for this matchup. Except I'm going to do it a different way because it'll be easier. It is time for Tiny to learn a steel type move. Now the big downside that we're going to encounter here is that we have no poison types. Actually, there is one other thing. Do we have any ground type coverage? So we could teach Tink Bulldoze. If that's the case, there's a decent chance we could also teach Tink Earthquake. So we should go and check that. And this will also seem like a strange choice. But I'm gonna go ahead and drop Chilling Water right now for Eerie Impulse. Because So there's a chance that we may need to pivot carefully to get Chomsky into position against the Starmobile in this one. And if that happens, I want Tiny to have a way to nerf that thing. And actually, I should probably keep Chilling Water on there as well. Nah, it's going to be a special attacker if it has fairy type coverage. There's no way it knows like Play Rough or something. Substitute. Drill Run would also be useful. Oh, how I wish Bubbles could learn Aura Sphere. Hyper Voice Heat Wave. Reversal. And terastallizing really won't be much help here either, since all of our Pokemon that have... The only one that could actually benefit from terastallizing is Chomsky. Okay, real quick. We're gonna stop by the Pokemon Center again. I just need to... make an Earthquake TM. Potentially some other TMs as well. Let's stick with craftable TMs first. That'll simplify things. Here's Fire Fang, Protect, Mudslap, Thunder Fang, Ice Fang, Water Pulse, Acrobatics, Acid Spray. Hang on, do I already have... I do not have an Ice Punch TM yet. Now let's go ahead and craft one of those. And teach it to Finny. So that'll be more useful into this than Drain Punch. Oh, that's kind of neat. Chomsky can learn Seed Bomb. I never would have guessed. Reflect, Light Screen, Rock Blast. None of our Pokemon can learn Poison Jab. Maybe. I'll make one anyway. None of them can learn Gunk Shot. Already got plenty of substitute TMs. Crunch. Oh wait, Chomsky is currently running Earth Power? I completely forgot I taught that to him. Okay, that eases some of the pressure to have ground type coverage. Psychic Terrain, Fire Blast, Pledge. Okay, so Tink can't learn Earthquake. Okay. Let's go ahead and have you relearn Substitute, because I feel like that'll be more useful than Power Gem into here. And actually, I do want Chilling Water on you. I just want it to replace Thunderbolt instead. We'll be putting Thunderbolt back on Tiny pretty soon. I just don't see a situation here where Tiny becomes the focus in the battle, and Volt Switch isn't a good option. Tiny's focusing on support this battle. And Tink. You are going to learn a TM option. It's either going to be Protect or Substitute, I'm thinking here, because there's very little reason to go with anything else, except maybe Bulldoze. Yeah, so the three options here, we could go for Protect to stall turns between Gigaton Hammer, Substitute to stall turns and potentially get a little bit of protection on Tink at the cost of health, and Bulldoze. You know what? Protect is the right choice here. Yeah. Okay. I think that's a good set of moves for this raid. I think we be ready. Let's check held items real quick. See if there's anything we want to swap in. I think we're good to go. And... oh, hang on. There is one more thing that I do want to swap, actually. Where's that shell bell? Because Bubbles is currently using Metal Beam, which has a lot of recoil, I really want the shell bell on Bubbles. Hang on. Is the shell bell on one of you? It is. Okay. And yes. Code red, Operation Starfall alert. Everyone get into position and defend the boss with all you got. And rest assured, Intruder will deal with you without the boss's help. Unless you manage to beat 30 of our Pokemon in 10 minutes. So to be clear, none of these raids have actually been difficult yet. Oh, it's 30 Pokemon in... oh, dang, that's actually kind of impressive. That's a lot of Pokemon. I mean, it's still not going to take me the amount of time they're giving me, but... aw, I don't really know that I want to beat up the dogs. At least recoil doesn't get calculated into auto battles, because most of what Bubbles is doing right now is actually steel beam damage. Oh my gosh, stop sending Tinkatinks against me. Okay, so that took slightly over a minute, but we're done now. Now the trouble here is that I don't actually get to switch team order between the raid and this fight. Otherwise I might go with something a bit different. I'd probably lead Finny since Finny has, since Finny needs to flip turn at some point to get to hero mode. I've still never fully figured out what the deal is with these Starmobiles. I think they're still technically I think the Starmobiles are still poison and steel type. Sorry, just doing some scouting. Okay, so it's going for Aqua Tail right now, which should mean a relatively safe switch into Finny. And odds are this thing has huge power, because they would have chosen its ability, and huge power is by far Azumarill's best option. Yeah, so you see that damage on a resisted hit? So now it's probably going for a fairy type move. Yeah, I'm gonna go for Acha-Cha. Now it's probably going for a water type move. Oh, it's going for bounce. Okay, that's actually a really good opportunity for us, because that gives us the perfect chance to bring in Tiny. What I'm trying to do at the moment is set up a nice, clean sweep with Chomsky if I can. So, Chilling Water. I want to cut this thing's attack so that I can tank more hits from it. Now, Bounce was neither stab nor very effective, so... yeah, that's why I wanted to do it, because I want to chip this thing down to where I get the KO. And I'll try and Volt Switch in... I do need to be careful, because its attack is cut, meaning a crit will do a lot more damage than it's currently doing. Okay, Sunlight faded. It might be going for Aqua Tail now, but now is the time to Volt Switch. Okay, so right now we're going to bring in Chomsky. If Chomsky doesn't have the advantage against whatever he brings out next, then we'll just switch. Okay, guarantee this thing is carrying Crunch as coverage. We are going to Terrastalize immediately. Flame Charge. We're going to pick up one speed boost, and then just start plugging away with Torch Song. And I'm hopeful that that will be enough. Okay, and it didn't even go for an attack. Oh, it's immune to fire. Okay, well, that's a bit of a problem. Bubbles. It's okay, we can still bring in Chomsky. Terrastalizing doesn't really cause us a problem, because Chomsky was really the only one that made sense to try and Terrastalize anyway. Bubbles, use Substitute. Scouting. Did the sub break? It did break. Unfortunately, that's going to be a lot of recoil onto Bubbles. Yeah, so I think every time it uses Steel Beam, it takes half of its own health, which is obviously a problem. So we're going to recover now. We're actually going to recover twice to get Bubbles to as high health as necessary in case we need to use him later in the battle. Okay. Now, I think the smart move is to pivot through Tiny and have Tiny do some Eerie Impulse and Chilling Water shenanigans. Ideally, this thing gets paralyzed here. Yes! Static paralysis! You can change your badge so everyone knows you're not listening to me. And you're on Team Star's side. Okay, well, thanks for the support, I guess. Tiny, we're gonna go ahead and use Slack Off. Eerie Impulse. That should cut its special attack 3 stages. But it seems to be going for physical moves. It might only have Play Rough as its offensive move. We'll get a Chilling Water in here real quick. And now, rather than risk accidentally KOing it, since we're outspeeding regardless, we're just gonna hard switch into Chomsky. Okay, it got paralyzed twice in a row, that's really helpful. Flame Charge, don't KO Chomsky. We need this thing to live 1 hit, that's all we needed. Okay, we're in a good scenario here. Torch Song for the KO. We're at +1 full health terastallized against the Starbus. I'm gonna run a quick calc. Okay, so because Chomsky is terastallized, Torch Song is going to do at least as much as, like, 1 time super effective Torch Song is going to do at least as much as 2 times super effective Earth Power. So, because I don't actually know what the Terra Boost is, but I'm assuming it at least gets stab up to ×2 instead of ×1.5. Steel Roller, that should be a Steel type move, we can take that. And it cleared away Misty Terrain for some reason. Really? I mean, my attack is down, so it won't do much if I accidentally hit myself, but come on. You're going for confusion strats? That's so cheap. Didn't even help you. Take this. We're about to be attacked by a tiny phoenix. Eat it, Team Star. Okay. That was our best run Team Star battle yet. So up till now, we've never set up a strong scenario against their Rev room in the back. We've always kind of just relied on the fact that we had ground type coverage. But this actually went way better. About a year and a half ago. What the heck? Your toy car didn't budge an inch, huh? I told you, it's not a toy, it's called the Starmobile, and I was up all night building. You spent one night building a car and you expected it to go? The problem's clearly that we're not giving it enough juice. You designed this thing to be powered by 2 Char Cadet, but it's just too heavy. That's such a shame. I wanted to see the looks on our bullies' faces once we got it moving. I'm sorry, I really thought it would work. Come on, good fellow, 'tis no occasion... Oh my gosh. This guy... There's no point if it doesn't work, is there? If I knew all that effort would have 0 payout, I'd have just asked Mother to buy a car for us. See, this is why people don't take you seriously. You say some stupid things, you know that? What? No, Mella's got a point here. I mean, we even put this in the code for crying out loud. When we started Team Star, we swore to quit relying on our parents or bags of cash to fix our problems for us. Did you forget? If that hunk of junk doesn't move, get it moving. If we're short on juice, just gotta crank up the power somehow. Doesn't take a genius, man. It's easy enough to say, Melly. Do you have an actual plan? Yep, I'm gonna train up my Char Cadet and have them evolve. Their boosted firepower will get the Starmobile moving, no sweat. The hour of Operation Star is nigh at hand. Will you succeed in time? Oh, I'll get it done. Mella shoots her mouth off an awful lot, but she means well. I know. This sucks. I love how he literally did nothing to solve his problem in that one. Someone else just stepped in and did it for him. I hate myself for losing, but I just can't get over how awesome you are in that battle. If any of us squad bosses are defeated, that means we have to step down. And going against our code would make me a traitor to the team. Fine, not like I have a choice anyway, so take the badge already. You better treat it with the respect it deserves. Very little. Gotcha. Okay. Dazzling Gleam. That's actually quite potentially useful. Master Ortega. Mr. Harrington. Because it's time for my piano lesson, huh? As it happens, I just lost my boss title, so I'm all good to head home. Oh, actually a different matter brought me. There's someone I would like you to meet. He's a distant acquaintance of mine. Yeah, so it did highlight that guy... They did mention earlier that guy used to be an instructor at the academy. Clive. I want you to tell me something. You're the son of a wealthy family and heir to a major apparel company, so why join a group like Team Star? A question to ask someone you've just met. Well, my answer's the same as everyone else in the team. It's because I was being bullied. So the academy really did used to have an issue with bullying. Who would guess, right? The school is all rainbows and butterflies these days. And the bullies from back then don't even go to the academy anymore. Why? What happened to them? As the former director of the academy, I believe I am best positioned to answer that question. Mr. Harrington? About 18 months ago, the members of Team Star confronted the students who used to bully them, and an altercation broke out between the groups. Though it did not escalate into a major incident, the altercation nonetheless caused a scandal of hitherto unknown proportions. As a result of what occurred that day, the students who had perpetrated the bullying dropped out of the academy, one after another. But there aren't any records of that anywhere in the academy. No, I should imagine not. My former deputy deleted all the records of the incident, you see. Why would anyone do that? Just as I was puzzling over how best to deal with Team Star in the aftermath of the incident, a certain student came to see me. So, his deputy or the certain student, one of them is 100% Cassiopeia. The student declared that they would take all responsibility for the team's actions. In exchange, they requested that I exonerate the other students of Team Star from any blame. That wouldn't work. Okay, so it was the student that was Cassiopeia. I accepted the request and agreed not to take disciplinary action against Team Star. Then I assigned 18 months of overseas study to the student who took responsibility for the team. A year and a half of studying abroad. This was not intended as a punishment, you understand. Team Star were the victims, after all. I wanted the student to take some time to rest, so I had them return home to the Galar region under the pretext of overseas study. Around that time, however, the former deputy director took it upon himself to erase all traces of the incident from the Academy's servers. Okay, so this might actually be Penny, because she's from Galar. It appeared his intent was to shield himself from any blame. So he tried to cover up the whole thing? That's terrible. After we discovered what he had done, I dealt with him appropriately, of course, but the inability of the rest of the teaching staff to prevent this terrible act also represented a grave blunder on our part. I accepted the blame that lay at my feet and resigned from my position as director. The rest of the teaching staff then joined me in handing in their notices. So that's why all the current teachers were brought in a year and a half ago. The entire faculty resigned over this. Dang. I understand my actions have caused you a great deal of trouble. You have my sincere apologies. Hang on, Mr. Harrington. How come you suddenly decided to talk about this now? Young Master Ortega, Team Star cannot carry on in its current fashion. I merely wish to give you a chance to chart a better course. There's no way I'm abandoning my friends and going to school without them, not after we've come this far. Your friends in Team Star must mean a great deal to you. Isn't that obvious? It's because, you know, they're my greatest treasure in the whole world. Again, there are definitely less sympathetic villains in the Pokemon franchise, but these are kids who formed militarized encampments even after they had already dealt with their bullies. Hey, Cassiopeia. Looking forward to beating you in a battle and finding out if you are in fact Penny. Not all that long. Which gang? Wait a second. Is Cassiopeia about to admit founding Team Star? Shortly after forming the team, these students, none other than the squad bosses themselves, confronted their bullies head-on. The outcome was a resounding victory for Team Star, though you could hardly call it a contest. Bullies didn't even put up a fight. They all bolted from battle the first chance they got. Scared spitless of Team Star, the bullies then dropped out of school one after another. And Team Star ended up the villains of the story. That's neither here nor there. Forget. Oh, come on. You cannot pretend that you weren't just admitting to having been part of that. And we got more TMs. Hey, Penny. Oh, come on. Just pet the giant lizard horse doggo. Alright. We won that. Let's explore their camp. Grab whatever items they have lying around. There are always a couple. It's also going to take a minute. Oh, wow. Actually, it caught up with the queue of notifications pretty quick. I'm impressed. We got some gimme coin here. This is by far the simplest of the camps. Hang on. I'm hearing some more gimme coin. Maybe on this. Where are you, gimme coin? There you are. I can't just ignore the gimme coin. I'm not actually sure what the little vending machines do, because I've yet to actually have an issue with any of the raids, so I haven't had to use them for healing up during them. And I don't know how the actual healing in them works. Alright, let's climb a lighthouse. I don't want to go back down to the base. Yes. Compliment the puppies. I support this. That guy's alright. I vote that he take charge of Team Star. One who's just complimenting the puppies. That seems like someone who should have leadership. Got leadership qualities like appreciating doggos. Okay, I just heard some gimme coin. Where's the gimme coin? Ah, there you are. And one more. Dang, there's a lot of gimme coin in that base. Well, there were a lot of places to pick up gimme coin in that base, despite the fact that all of them only gave one. Look at that hammer, though. I just can't get over how massive Tink's hammer is. Okay. Kind of surprised none of them leveled up. Did they not get XP from the battle with the boss? They must not have. For some reason I thought they did. Well, that kind of ruins the point of getting them close to the level cap, but oh well. All worked out. Let's see what the new TMs are. We'll probably go ahead and redo Bubbles and Tink's moves. Do they show up as new? So if not, I'm just going to be confused for a while about what the new TMs are. Okay, fine. I'm just gonna scroll for a while. I'm sure I'll spot them when they come up, at least if they're any good. It's 4 p.m. I'm not sure if we'll have time to do the other Team Star battle. Right away. There's Dazzling Gleam. That's easy enough to make. I could potentially teach that to... Oh, wait. Yeah, I could potentially teach that to Bubbles, because Fairy and Ghost is actually really good coverage. At least it was last time I checked. Ironhead, I think that one's new. I mean, it's completely unnecessary for my party. Because Bubbles is a special attacker and apparently Tink can't learn Ironhead. Wow. I suppose it's because the entire, like, Tink's body is fairy, but Tink's hammer is steel. That's where the fairy and steel typing comes from. But then again, she can learn Metal Claw, so I don't know. I mean, you could argue that you could use the hammer to claw at something. Maybe it's a claw hammer. But... Huh. Oh, I think I know what the other thing... What the other Pokemon that I would need to farm would be to get more Dragon Dance, but as it is, I'm pretty sure I've only got access to one Pokemon that can learn Dragon Dance. Giga Drain. That is an excellent move to get access to. Heavy Slam, let's go. Oh wait, I don't have the materials. I wonder what steel type I haven't gotten materials from. Oh, that's tricky, because I'd actually love to teach that to Tink if Tink is actually heavy. That would be a nice move to switch into with in between Gigaton hammers. That's the big problem with Tink, actually, is just the need to not... It's just the fact that I can't spam Gigaton hammer. Meaning, in a fight where I want steel coverage, I can't make use of steel coverage. Calm Mind, Helping Hand, Pollen Puff. Yeah, nothing in the party can learn Calm Mind. Emmy, I see that you have written PAPS. I'm pretty sure you've got a little bit of a typo in there. But if you're trying to get my attention, congrats, you have it. You changed to mobile without changing your badge. Oof. You murdered your folks and now you can listen. Congrats. I just need to redo some moves real quick. Let's give Tink back Flash Cannon. Let's give you back Power Gem. So I did make I have a Dazzling Gleam TM, yes. Finny, let's have you get Drain Punch back. No, the party bus did not win. I destroyed them. It was actually the easiest Team Star fight yet. Oh, you put them to sleep. Okay, well that's different. That's completely legal after all. I mean, I hope you understand that if they had won, this entire run in this game would be over, like I would have lost, and I probably wouldn't be starting up again anytime soon. The only way they would have won is by killing all of my Pokemon, and I do mean killing. Because yes, this is a Nuzlocke. If my Pokemon are defeated, they go in here, and I'm surprised I haven't already changed this name yet, but... See, I mean, I am very far into attempt 2. I'm not... It wouldn't have the same effect. The only reason I could start attempt 2 when I did was because there was still so much of the game that I hadn't seen, but now I've seen most of it. It can't really be considered a blind Nuzlocke. Now, with that said... Gonna switch out the party real quick. And Let's try and take on some trainers in this area. Gothitelle. Okay, yeah, it's a good bit lower level than me. But yeah, at this point I really can't do a blind Nuzlocke of this game. And I don't really feel like doing just another regular Nuzlocke of this game. I'd prefer to do like a monotype or something. Oh, thank you. Yeah. I felt like wearing a polo shirt today. There's not really more explanation than that, honestly. You know, honestly, my favorite thing to do with the gliding in this game is just to avoid the Pokemon on the ground, because it makes traversing it easier. You've got a green one yourself, but are you wearing it right now? That's an important distinction. It's like, I have several polo shirts, but I almost never wear them. Chomsky, you're in. You wore it yesterday, you're now in your pajamas. Well, what are you doing in your pajamas, Emmy? It's only 4:15. No, to be fair, if I wasn't on camera right now, I would probably be in my pajamas. Actually, that's not true. If I didn't have a family thing right after this, then I'd probably be in my pajamas. Alternatively, if I hadn't had work before this, I also would probably be in my pajamas. Gonna sleep till the 25th? Have fun with that. I support this plan, honestly. Sounds like a good call. Oh no, Emmy. I'm not living in the past. You're living in an imaginary place called the future. Sure, I'll beat you up before your boyfriend gets here. Don't take that sentence out of context, folks. It would never hold up in court anyway. Okay, so we probably got a grass type move in coming here. Yeah, I think Noose is the right choice here. And I'm fairly certain the last team Starbase is a level 56 level cap. Oh, my phone just buzzed. I'm going to reposition the camera so that I'm not inside a Wattrell or a Kilowattrell. Tink wants to learn knockoff. Nah. So far I haven't encountered anything in this game that carries items. Yeah, Scotland doesn't exist. I mean, fair is fair. It's a little bit more real than, like, Ohio. Like, you know, a land of people with funny accents who are always aggro, it's more likely to exist than Ohio. So yeah, fun fact about Tink there. There really isn't such a thing as a shiny Tinkaton, because only the hammer changes color. And the hammer is canonically made from the body of a Corviknight that it knocked out of the sky. Meaning there is no shiny Tinkatink or Tinkaton. There is just Tinkatons that have killed shiny Corviknights. Oh no, Norlands is real. No one can explain it, but it is real. However, they do have fewer vampires there than TV would lead you to believe. You've never heard of it outside of the context of vampires and witches? What about the context of jazz? You like jazz? I can never get over that move. I just love the idea of a Pokemon just straight up smashing another Pokemon with a hammer significantly larger than either Pokemon is in itself. Oh, and Grimmsnarl was a new one for the Pokédex. Nice. Sorry about that, Koraidon. Didn't turn the camera fast enough. What's in here? Terra Dark Bisharp. You know what? Let's give it a shot. We're probably going to lose this, but I'm willing to give it I'm willing to attempt to catch or to fight a Bisharp for some Dark Terra crystals. And yes, Emmy, jazz is also real. If it wasn't real, why would it be mentioned in the Bee movie? But yes, jazz does, I believe, originate in New Orleans. Okay, just everyone be sure not to hit it with anything that would lower its stats. We really don't want this thing getting a Defiant boost. Ouch. See, this is why we're roosting. Yeah, see? According to all known laws of aviation, there is no way a bee should be able to fly. Its wings are too small to get its fat little body off the ground. The bee, of course, flies anyway, because bees don't care what humans think. Is impossible. Yellow, black, yellow, black, yellow, black, yellow, black. Oh, black and yellow. Let's shake it up a little. Oh wait, I didn't mean to go for low sweep. I meant to go for low kick. Oh, it doesn't have Defiant. Oh, thank goodness. Yeah, if it's in the Bee movie, you know it's gotta be true. Fair enough, Emmy, you have a point there. Ouch. Ouch. Okay, I think this might be the finishing hit. Hey, it was. I'm actually kind of surprised we won that, but then again, my Pokemon have a few more levels than during my last Pteroden grind. Funnily enough, Utah has a professional basketball team. It's the Utah Jazz. Which people find kind of strange, but we bought it from New Orleans. So. It all adds up in the end. You need to sleep now? Alright, Emmy. Get a good sleep and have a nice Christmas Eve. Leaf Storm. I probably won't use that. But yeah, thanks for stopping in, Emmy. Hope your rest is very sleepful. And yes, that is exactly what I meant to say in that sentence. Wait, I know where the gimme coin is. Do I know where the gimme coin is? Is it on top? It is on top. Alright, so we got a few options available to us. I think we could technically go and get our Casa Royale Lake. It wasn't your plan, but it was your idea, so you can't complain. RIP. We'll try to survive. Yeah, I think we're high enough level now to potentially get our Casseroya Lake encounter. And I already kind of know what I want from there, because there's a Pokemon that I've seen a couple of times in there that I'm very curious about. We should probably try for a North Paldean Sea encounter. And there is still North Province Area 2, which might have 2 encounters. I'm not sure, so we'll have to see. Thinking about it. Hold up. So there are only a couple of Pokemon that I know of that we could encounter in the Northern Sea. Low Kicks is potential. We actually haven't had a bug type this entire run. Because we could potentially find one of those out on an island, but the odds are not the best. Dash Bun, not available anywhere that we can go for it. Doesn't look like Dolliv is anywhere that we can get it either. Hang on. I zoned out for a second. Okay. As it's scrolling past, it can be hard to keep track of. Yeah, Squawkabilly is a no. So there are 2 Pokemon that I have in mind, but I want to make sure I consider all options. Oh, there's Bramblegast. We haven't actually looked at this one yet. It's got a little smile. Nice. It's just a happy little tumbleweed. Yeah, we could potentially pick that guy up in Area 2, I think, but it might just be in Area 1. If we wanted it, we'd probably need to bait it over into bait it to wander into Area 1 or Area 2. I can't keep track of which north area we're even about to have access to. Like, I know where it is, but I can't remember its name. Okay, so there is Wugtrio, but I've been avoiding that for reasons I've explained a few times on the stream now. And I think it might only be on the coast. It might not actually be out to sea, so we might not even have that option. Now, Bombardier is available in West Paldea Sea, but it's very close to the border, meaning if we wanted to, we could bait it into North Paldea Sea to attempt to catch it. And that could actually be really good. We've only got one flying type right now, and we've only got one dark type right now. So both of those would be useful potential types. And flying dark is a pretty good type overall. Where are you? Oh. Where is it? We've already got Flamigo at this point. We could potentially catch a Bisharp in order to swap in the shiny Ponyard that we caught a while back. But that would be in North Province too. This guy, however. This guy can be encountered in North Paldea Sea. It's part Psychic type, which is pretty redundant since we already have 2 Psychic types. But it is part water type, and we only have 1 water type. So it's definitely a big contender. So yeah, at the moment, the big call is between Veluza and... where'd it go? Bombardier, wherever it is. Veluza and Bombardier. So the question is whether I want a second flying type or a second water type, really. And honestly, while I'm talking about it like it's a big question, I think the answer is pretty straightforward. I really feel like a second flying type is more important to add to the party. So we're going to go over here and we're going to try and get a Bombardier to spawn and bait it into North Paldean waters. Okay. So we're just past the line. If we make our way over to about here, we're back into West Paldean waters. Yeah, so actually if we're on this island, we can literally get to North Paldea by walking across it. Hang on. Oh, that's cool. They've got these guys spawning in water now. Oh, hold up. Yeah, I just want to get the encounter because I don't think I've actually encountered Dynamo yet. Oh, they're so cute. Anyway. So yeah, if we're south of that little island on the mini-map, then we're probably in West Paldean waters. I do wonder if it's like day-night exclusive, but I think it's just kind of a rare spawn. Oh. They're so small. They're hard to avoid because I literally can't see them. Hi, Kilowattrell. Thing is, these things do move pretty fast, so if I need to, I can... Oh, I just drifted into that Bruxish. No, I'm not going to deal with you. These things move pretty fast. If I need to, I can bait them a good ways. There is a part of me that thinks it might be nighttime only. Nighttime only encounter. And I don't actually know how to... if there's a way to make the game's day-night cycle progress faster. I'm guessing literally just teleport a few times. So I think that might actually progress time. Hey, B Marching, welcome to the stream. How's it going? We are hunting for an encounter right now, but it's an encounter that I think might not be available until nighttime. What's this thing over here? Oh, that's a Terra Raichu. I definitely don't feel like messing with that. How long till night? I have absolutely no idea. I've never managed to figure out this game's day-night cycle. I don't know how long it is. That's where the sun is. But yeah, I don't know how long the day-night cycle in this game is. I don't know if there's a way to make it speed up or anything like that. I just know that the Pokemon we're looking for is a dark type, so it could hypothetically make sense if... No, I'm sure that there are any number of people who have long since figured out what the timing on the day-night cycle is. I just haven't looked it up. And I have no idea if there's a way to accelerate it. Well, actually, I have an idea about a way to accelerate it, I just don't know for sure. Flies over the sea during the day. Okay, never mind, it's definitely a daytime encounter. Oh, that's kind of surprising. Also, let's appreciate the dolphin that is literally on land. Yes, it's a little Palafin, or not Palafin, Finizen. Palafin is its evolved form. We have one as well. We have Finny right here. Okay, this is going to be double... Wait. It's showing up on the map. Question is whether one is actually spawned in that I can get to follow me into North Paldean waters. Because the thing is, we've already got our encounter for West Paldean, for the West Paldean Sea. So I need it to follow me into the waters of the North Paldean Sea if I want to get a hold of it. And why am I trying this the hard way? I've been through this. I've been through these complicated hunts before. What's its primary typing? I'm pretty sure it's flying type primarily. It's number 290. Bombardier. Primary type is flying. Yeah, I've been through this already. I don't know why I'm just now realizing, that I should be setting up a picnic. Okay, let's look at our sandwiches. Encounter ground. Fire. Fire. Fighting. Ground. Fight. I already saw that one. Electric, dark. Okay, let's remember that one, the Ultra Avocado. Because that could be good as well. Dragon, poison, poison, steel, poison, ghost, bug, fighting, water. I don't need any help encountering water types, goodness only knows. Ground, flying. It's only level 1. Let's see if there's an option for level 2. Oh, there is. Level 2 flying encounter power. Ultra egg sandwich. I like it. There's egg sandwich, great egg sandwich, ultra egg sandwich. I think I'm going to go for great egg Actually, no. You know what? We'll just go straight for ultra egg sandwich. Okay, let's make a sandwich and hope it's not nighttime by the time we get done here. So it looks like we got... Oh. Hold and grab. And the onions. All right. Well, here's hoping it got 3 stars. I always forget that I have to hit A when it's looking at the sandwich to actually make it progress. Dang it. Losing that bit of cheese messed it up. Ah, well. Oh, there's one. Yeah, that's right. Follow me. Keep following. Yes. Okay. This encounter is in the North Paldean Sea. So, we're just going to open real quick with a quick ball. That did not work. Oh no. I think making sandwiches is what's boosting the affection. Alright, Tiny, you're in. If you could please get paralyzed, that would be just very helpful. You know what? Let's try a dive ball. So yeah, I really don't trust myself to not kill this thing. I'm pretty certain that any attack I use against it with this current party will kill it. Which means I need to just throw Pokeballs and hope that it will get itself stuck with paralysis. But apparently that wasn't necessary. Alright. It gathers things up in an apron made from shed feathers added to the Pokemon's chest feathers. Then drops those things from high places for fun. Yeah, just bombs away. Let's see your summary bombs away. Ooh, Jolly Nature. I think that's pretty good. That's good for a physical attacker. It'll be speedy. Prevents it from having its defense lowered. Kind of a lousy ability, but yeah. We'll send it to a box for now, but at some point we'll be leveling it. And the other thing I want to do, we have some more trophies. Okay, I think we're going to get one more encounter, and then we'll probably be good to go. So I think we're at a high enough level that we can afford to try our Casseroya Lake encounter. Now the thing is, the Pokemon that I want right now, I have no clue what type it is. Absolutely none. Its design really doesn't give any indication. There it is. That thing, right there. But the question is whether so it might be a water type for the record, since it does look like sushi. But it could also be a dragon type. and it comes in a few colors. With that said, let's do it. Oh, I thought it looked like sushi. Tatsugiri, flip turn. Not very effective, so that's a chance that it's dragon or water still. It's not clear either way. Okay, so that's probably water then. Wow, that's a lot of damage. Okay, so we're taking a risk here. We're going to lock it into Nasty Plot, because that'll prevent it from using other moves, giving us some freedom. And we can actually do that repeatedly as long as we've got Encore PP. There we go, that's... Okay, we have to watch and make sure we see if it says its Encore is over. With that said, I'm going to throw a netball. Ooh. It could, of course, be Water Dragon. That's also a possibility. But hey, we got that. And, oh, it is Curly form. This is a small dragon Pokemon. It lives inside the mouth of Dodonzo to protect itself from enemies on the outside. I don't even think I know what a Dodonzo is. But, as I've been promising to do for a while now, we're naming it Emmy. I've been promising to name a Pokemon Emmy for a while now. Okay, it's a speedy special attacker with pretty good special defense as well. Not great HP, though. It's a good thing I didn't use any special attacks against it. It has Mirror Coat. Its ability is Commander. When the Pokemon enters a battle, it goes inside the mouth of an ally Dodonzo if one is on the field. The Pokemon then issues commands from... What the crap? Okay, so it's got a useless ability since we could only potentially use that in doubles. I'm guessing that it will show Dodonzo in the Pokédex now. So what's this? Okay, so that's probably Dodonzo, which means we're definitely not going to get... Oh yeah, that's one of it. I'm guessing that thing is going to be the Titan, the False Dragon Titan. I'm guessing they share a type. I mean, on the bright side, it still has a really good typing, and... Hold up. Sorry, I want to get more colors. I'm not even going to battle it. I'm literally just going to run, but I want the colors. Oh, heck. We're in a Sunlock. Oh my gosh, stop. I just want to encounter a couple of different colors of The sushi guy. But I think that might be it for today. I don't think I've got time to deal with the Team Star fighting crew. I definitely don't have, I'm definitely not ready to deal with the Titan Pokemon, which I think lives down on that island. Yeah. Titan Pokemon we encounter there. Oh, you can even kind of see it, actually. But yeah, there's our Castle Royal Lake encounter. We have at least 2 encounters remaining, but that's about it. So tomorrow we should definitely be able to clear the Team Star fighting crew. And we should have a pretty good chance against... We should have a pretty good shot at taking on the False Dragon Titan. If it is dragon water, though, that's actually pretty dangerous because that gives it... Well, no, I was going to say that gives it only 1 weakness of dragon, but I just realized that's not the case anymore since fairy types exist. Hey there, Umbrella 2. So, rumor has it the False Dragon Titan lurks somewhere in this lake, yeah? But not a single person's ever caught a glimpse of it. Must be some kind of truly terrifying beast. But how are we supposed to search for a thing when we don't even know what it looks like? Sure would be handy if it just ran around crying, "I'm the Titan" or something. If only, right? So yeah. Our last stop for today will be here on this tower, because this gives us a nice warp point. I don't suppose I can have a picnic on top of the tower. It would be nice, but I really doubt it. And we got an item, Brave Bird. That's pretty good for a couple of flying types. Specifically, I don't know if Bombardier has the ability to learn acrobatics, so Brave Bird might be its best flying option. You know what? Real quick. Real quick, I do love that little face. Anyway, bombs away, how would you like to fight this thing? I don't know why it spawned up there, but... No, we won't bother terastallizing. I did that for a little bit of XP, but mostly for the gimme coin that I don't really need anymore. Sorry, okay, I want my gimme coin. Oh, that island is gonna be cool to visit at some point. I'm guessing we actually need the climbing ability to get up. There are only a couple of places that look like they might be low enough to the water for us to jump onto it. And we can't glide that far. Yeah, Koraidon's got limited gliding distance. But anyway, I think we're gonna go ahead and call it there. Let's see if I can set up a picnic. I can have a picnic on top of a tower, guys. And some of my Pokemon, like Titan, might fall off. Okay. Hang on. We're gonna try something real quick. Okay, this should give them more room. Well, people, this is where we're gonna call it for the day. Thanks so much for hanging out and chatting, everyone. And I am going to go ahead and check for anyone that we could raid. Oh, you know what? Gemma Edwards is doing some Christmas Adam stuff. So let's see here real quick. Let's go ahead and drop a raid on her. Okay, apparently her settings don't allow us to raid at this time. It would have been fun to hear some music, but oh well. Looks like that's where we're calling it, folks. Thanks so much for coming. And we should be back next time, hopefully finishing up the rest of our pre-end game, the rest of the stuff that we're going to do before the end game. So, hope to see you next time. Later, folks.